Topics to be covered in this video: movement and locomotion, introduction of skeletal system, functions of the skeleton, types of skeleton, different parts of skeleton. Movement and locomotion. An organism moving its body parts without changing its place shows movement, whereas an organism moving from one place to another is termed as locomotion. Sit in a place and rotate your arms. This is considered as movement. But when you shift from your place, when you change your place, then this is known as locomotion. Skeletal system. The hard framework inside the body which is responsible for our movement is called skeletal system. The skeleton of human beings is made up of 206 bones. The whole skeletal system composes of bones, cartilage and joints. These structures combine to form the human skeleton. So let's understand functions of the skeleton. Skeletal system in our body performs many important functions. The skeletal system provides support and gives shape to the body. Without bones, our body would just be a big mass of tissues and muscles. It protects the soft and delicate important organs of the body. Like the brain is protected by the skull, lungs and heart are protected by the ribcage. That all things you will learn in the next. It also plays a very important role in the movement of the body parts. Muscles are attached to the bones. Bones and muscles work together to move all parts of the body. Some bones enclose a soft tissue called bone marrow, which is a blood-forming tissue. Bones store important minerals such as calcium and phosphorus, which make them strong and hard. Types of skeleton. There are two types of skeletons, exoskeleton and endoskeleton. The hard outer covering on the body of some invertebrates is called exoskeleton. It protects the body. It is attached to muscles and helps in movement. Animals like cockroaches and snails have an exoskeleton. Endoskeleton is a skeleton that is present inside an animal's body. All vertebrates such as fish, birds and mammals have an endoskeleton. Now understand, children, the important parts of the human skeleton. See this picture. The human skeleton consists of 4 basic parts, that the skull, rib cage, backbone and limbs. In limbs, it is upper limbs related to the hand and lower limbs, that is your hind limbs, related to leg. So we learn details about all these parts. Come to the first one, that is skull. The skull is made up of 22 bones. Skull gives shape to the head and face. It holds and protects the brain from injury. So skull is not just a single bone, it is made up of 22 bones. In that 22 bones, in the head it is made up of 8 bones which are fused together, and the facial region has 14 bones known as facial bones. All bones in skull are fixed except the lower jaw, which can be moved and allows us to talk and chew food. Backbone. The backbone or the vertebral column starts from the base of the skull and ends in the pelvis. It is made up of 33 small ring-shaped bones called vertebra. Cartilage, a type of tissue, is present between 2 vertebrae. It is just like a cushion that acts as a shock absorber. The vertebral column or the backbone encloses and protects the spinal cord. Ribcage. There are 12 pairs of the ribs present in human skeleton. All of them are connected to the vertebral column at the back. 10 pairs of ribs are connected to the flat breastbone, and the last 2 pairs are attached only to the vertebra and not to the breastbone. These 2 pairs of ribs are called floating ribs. The rib cage protects heart, lungs, that is the life support system of our body. Limbs. We have 2 pairs of limbs. These are upper limbs related to arms and lower limbs related to legs. Upper limbs also known as forelimbs and lower limbs known as hind limbs. So in forelimbs, children, each upper limb is divided in two parts, that is your upper arm and lower arm. The upper arm of the forelimb has one bone called humerus and the lower arm has two bones called radius and ulna. Hind limbs or lower limbs. It is also divided in two segments, upper leg or lower leg. In the upper part of the hind limb has one bone called femur. Femur is also known as thigh bone and it is the longest bone of the human body. Now in the lower leg, means the lower part, it has two bones, that is tibia and fibula.